Hello and welcome back to Assetto Corsa. This is an Assetto Corsa extra video. In this video I'm going to be practicing with this car. The LaFerrari, or the LaFerrari, just the LaFerrari. That's all. Right, I need a better view for this. I think that is going to be the view I practice in. So, the idea of this is I'm going to be doing the whole what do you call it, video on, I'm going to be doing the video on the three cars, you know, the McLaren P1 versus the LaFerrari versus the 918. So that video is coming and there's a lot of effort going into that video. And as part of that effort, there's this, which is practicing to drive the cars. So what I've got here is I've got the LaFerrari and it's got no traction control on, so I think I may want to switch traction control on, but I'm not going to do it. One of the things about this is going to be no traction control. One of the requirements and one of the things that I'm going to do in the video when I'm actually comparing the three is there's going to be no traction control on any of the cars. So there we go. So I have to work out how to drive this car without traction control, which is something I have never done before, ever. So here goes. This video is not going to be me comparing the car or talking about the car or talking about, you know, how good the car is, or, you know, what its BHP is, or any of that kind of stuff. That's all going to actually be coming in the actual video, the video where I'm actually going to be taking all three out together and racing them and driving them together. But I'm not going to be talking about what they're like in Assetto Corsa. I'm not going to be talking about modeling or texturing. I'm not going to be talking about how they sound in Assetto Corsa. I'm just going to be talking about how they are as cars, what they sound like as to what I'm seeing it, what they feel like to drive, what their acceleration's like, what their power's like, what their torque's like, what kind of engine they have inside, you know, all that kind of stuff. That's what I'm going to be talking about. No modeling, no texturing, none of that stuff. And because it's taking me so long, it's a very tough thing to set up. And hopefully you guys are going to enjoy it. Whoa, there we go. Okay, so there's my first lap. I started with 30 litres of fuel as well, so I'm going to have to watch the fuel. I don't know where the fuel gauge is on this. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. So this is one of 3 extra videos that you're going to be seeing over the next week and a half, I suppose. I'm going to try and get them down in a week and a half. So you're going to see this one. They've really improved the V12 engine on this. You're going to see this one. This is the first one, the LaFerrari. I'm also going to be doing the Porsche 918, an extra video me getting to grips with Silverstone in that car, and I'm going to be doing it in the McLaren P1. Right. I think I can brake later there, and you're going to see me actually trying to drive these cars, finding their limits, finding out where I can gain time. Stuff like that, because obviously I want to do a really good video on this, so I need to get a lot of practice on what's what, and to make it fair I need to get really good practice. Right, that's a fairly decent spot to brake. That board on the side there is a good spot to brake. For this, I think, yep. I mean, getting a feel for this car is it's quite difficult. Although it's an astounding machine, astounding machine. Would I get this over a Ferrari F40 though? I don't know. I think the Ferrari F40 still holds something very special. Okay. Interesting. I think under the Pirelli board is where I need to brake for this corner. Nope, I can brake after that sign. Right, okay. That's going to be cool. So I'll do about 3 15-minute videos or something, so you know, hopefully you guys will be seeing improvements through those 15-minute videos as well. As I say that, as I go onto the dirt. Right the way out there. First gear possibly here. I think second gear. Don't think I'm ever going to need first then. Right, I need to cut that in closer though. Right, let's see. Same on the brake, same spot. No, actually that's... I can brake later. Right, second gear gets the back flicking out there. So yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying this extra video. Normally, if I was doing any practice, I wouldn't show you. Because generally I don't do practice. I think this is the first time I'm actually practicing properly. I think this is the first time I've got an actual proper practice on. And I haven't driven this car in a very long time too. Uh-oh. Ooh, okay. That's interesting. The car holds. I think my force feedback gain needs to go down on this though. So I'm going to put that down right now. To that's better. Right. I also know that I'm heating up the front left tire. Actually that's pressures, isn't it? It looks like the tire pressures for the front left tire are kind of high. At 35 psi. That's no good. Yeah, those front tires are quite high. 2 minutes 11 is what I've got so far. I can brake a lot later for that corner. Like I said, second gear only for this now. Not going to go first. Whoa, okay, maybe not. Oh, that's something I don't want to do. That's something I definitely don't want to do. That's what no traction control does on a car like this. 900 bhp, no traction control, you end up with that. Don't touch the grass. Right. 70 seems to be a good apex. 65, 66 seems to be a good apex there if I can get that. Plow out of that. Okay. Ride it right the way out. There we go. On the brakes. Potentially doing something like that. That looks good. Now here, this is interesting. If I can cut that in, trail brake slightly, back on the accelerator, I think I can carry more speed into maggots. I really do think I can carry more speed into maggots. But then it's getting it slowed down for Beckett's. That's the problem. And then once I'm through Beckett's, Chapel is pretty much just open up the taps. Really through Chapel. Right, down into stall. Okay. Right. Need to be more cautious on the brakes there. Okay, yeah. Between the Pirelli sign and that board, and the board that gives me the indication of a chicane coming up, that's where I need to be braking, it seems. Alright, let's try again. So if I brake it here, down to about, what? No, see, that gets me too far out. That's too far wide for me. I need to try and cut that in closer. Even though that has put me about a second up. But I'm not sure about that one. Right. Looks like third gear is the corner for that corner. Is the gear for that corner. And we come into, obviously, into Brooklands. So again, trying that 65 mile an hour, or somewhat around the 65 mile an hour mark. Okay, that's causing me to lose some time. Brake there. If I could turn it in and back on the accelerator, easy. Sort of okay. I think I could turn it in a bit earlier. Now that's a lot faster through there. In fact, that was massively quick through that. Obviously, I don't want to do that though on the actual lap. However, now that I know that I can do that, I mean, that must have been a really good lap, because I am actually, well, one, I'm gaining time here, but that's no good. It's going off. Okay, that's very slippery as well. Interesting, right. That outside edge, if I hit that outside edge, I'm gone. That's something to be very wary of. Very, very wary of. Now, it's this corner. I want to be able to get a better turn in on that corner. Somehow I need a better turn in on that corner. That's a good turn in. I like that. If I can stick closer on that side and then on the brakes. I'm a bit happier with that. And then it's down to second. I'm a lot happier with that, actually. Hold that. There we go. Okay, so if I hold third through there, that's about 7,500 RPM. This one, again, yeah, 6 miles an hour is the speed to take that at. Had some oversteer there. That's on the edge. Foot down. It's probably the fastest I've been through that. I am definitely understeering though. On the brakes, right, try and get that corner a bit earlier. There we go. It still takes me out too far wide. That's too far wide though. Right, from here, aim directly for that. On the brakes. Ride the brakes all the way through. There we go. Right, third is the gear for that. I am 2.8 seconds up here. Almost 3 seconds actually. So now brake there. I get this turned in. Now the apex on this one is interesting because of how the camber is in the corner, but that should get me three. Right there. Brake right there. Okay, now if I can get the car further out on the edge, I think I'd be able to make that corner, get a better angle on that corner. That's not bad, 207. Let's try one more lap with this. Going for one more lap. That was good. Okay, I am 0.2 of a second down. Right. On that, that's good. Now, I should be able to get a better corner through this. I'm hoping. There we go. That's got me 0.3 of a second, 0.4 of a second up. Or 0.3 of a second up, but it's gained me half a second. Right there. Turn it in. There we go. Right, hard on the brakes through this. Get that. Get me more in the middle here. Like so. Then through Chapel, or through the end of Beckett's. Blast it through Chapel. Like that. I'm now losing time. Okay. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to hit the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on Assetto Corsa. Next extra video you're going to be seeing is going to be with the Porsche 918. So do tune in for that. Do support me on Patreon. Link to that is in the description box below. I would massively, massively appreciate your support. And what else do I have to say? I'm too busy driving to really know what I'm saying. There we go. That's good. I'm happy with that lap. 207.6. Let's leave it at that. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next episode of Assetto Corsa, where I will be, like I said, testing the Porsche 918, then the McLaren P1, then you're probably going to see the full test, which is going to be all three cars against each other on the road and here at Silverstone. I'll see you guys for those.